Welcome everyone to the Unintentional Journeyman episode 26. We are managing Hampton and Richmond and the Vanarama National League South. It is our second year with the team. And at the end of last episode, we had a job offer from Leyton Orient to move up into the Vanarama National League. They were currently sitting just outside of the playoff zone, and it would have been our task to get them back into the playoff zone. In the end, despite all the attractiveness of that job offer, I decided not to do it, because I'm having a lot of fun with this team, and unless it's an incredibly good deal, I really want to kind of see the season out with this team, because I kind of like the players we have, and I like what we got going here. So despite all the temptation there to move up, I decided not to. There have been a number of job offers that have come in since then. If we look at the staff job center, it seems like a lot of turnover here right at the midpoint of the season. Colchester has come in and offered us an interview. We haven't had job offers, I guess. We've had interviews with Colchester up in the Sky Bet Championship, which would be amazing. Blackpool in Sky Bet 1 has given me an interview, and I think one of these other teams too, but I forget which one offhand now. So it seems like every few days we're getting offers to interview. So there's a little bit of buzz around what we've got going here at Hampton and Richmond, and it's starting to draw the attention of some teams up above us. But so far, I'm staying where I am. I mean, if there were an incredible offer from the Sky Bet Championship or Sky Bet League 1 or 2, kind of think I'd almost have to take it, but I don't think it's likely. I've got a number of offers. I usually interview, and then they usually reject me. I've had, I think, 4 or 5 rejections for some of these teams, and the only ones, 2, I think it was Sutton offered me a job. That wasn't a good deal, and Leyton Orient was a good deal, but I did turn that down. So for the time being, we are where we are, and let's take a quick look at the results and where we are on the table. As I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, we currently sit in 4th place. We've had mixed results since our last episode, but we are exactly at the halfway point of the season. We've already won more games than we won last year, and we are 3 points off our total number of points that we accumulated last year. So, by all means, it's been a good season so far. Our blistering start has kind of petered out a little bit, and we're kind of bouncing around a little bit. If we look at the schedule since our last match, where we played very well and beat Hemel Hempstead 3-1, we then beat Kingstonian in the FA Trophy Cup 3rd qualifying round 1-0. We lost to Welling in League 1-0. We seem to have a lot of trouble with teams that begin with a W, Welling and Woking in particular. And we do have Woking on the slate for today's match of the month. We then came back to the FA Trophy Cup first round, and we beat Basingstoke, who sits at the very bottom of the Vanarama National League South. We did get a very good draw for the trophy in the second round, which is against Burgess Hill. They are in a league below us. So I think they're the last team that's not one of the Vanarama Regional Leagues or the National League that's in the tournament, and we were fortunate enough to draw them. We do get them on the road, but that could be, if we play well, we should beat them, which would take us to the 3rd round of the FA Trophy Cup, which would be a really good run for us and perhaps bring in a little bit more cash here. We then follow that with a tie against East Thurrock. I think they sit in 3rd place. We currently sit, right behind them. Good match. Could have gone either way. They had a lot of good chances. It seemed like it bounced back and forth. It could have 1-1 was probably a fair result. And then on today's docket, we have Woking. So without any delay, let's just jump right into the tactics. We'll take a look at our formation. We'll take a look at some kind of notable changes in the lineup. We are shifting back. I've been going with this 4-2-4 lineup for a while, but it seems like that's starting to peter out, and I think this ideally is our strongest kind of formation, which is this 4-2-3-1 formation. It served us well until it kind of teams seemed to clue into it, but I think we've left it for a while now that I'm going to try to come back to it and try it today. We do have a cluster of games all bunched in here, so I've got a number of kind of second-level players that are going to be starting for us today. On defense, a goalkeeper, we have Barden. Blancatten is starting to play considerably better than Manuel, so he may start to get all of our starts, and Manuel may go to a backup position. For today, he is starting this game because it's his turn in the rotation. Likewise, at left back, Balogun will start. Bailey and Garrido are starting to distinguish themselves as our 2 best center backs, so they may start to get the majority of those roles. At our 2 midfielders, we're going to have Nangessen, who has played extremely well for us despite, again, not really having any right to do so. Our scouts just keep lowering their impression of him. 1.5 stars, 3-star potential, surplus to requirements, but a 7.30 rating. He hasn't played for a while because we've had kind of an influx of new midfielders, but with some tired players, I want to give Jack Evans a little bit of a rest here, so he's going to be on the bench. He has played well over the past couple weeks. Matt Robinson, our other newly acquired midfielder, will play at the central midfielder role, kind of a support role. I may actually, we should shift him to Mazzala role. Can he do that? Yeah, let's try that. Mazzala support, because we're going to be attacking there. He should be fine, I think. Out on the outside wings, we have Asamuga, who is kind of alternating with Terry Robinson. Both have done well. Both, I feel pretty comfortable with both of them out of there. I did drop, I mentioned, if you're familiar with it, we had one guy, Tom Elliott, who just was freaking out that we signed this guy, Terry Robinson. I finally decided to cut bait. He was just miserable all the time. Wasn't really playing that well anyway. A lot of talent and a lot of potential, but just a head case. So I just let him go. He was on a non-contract offer, so it wasn't a problem to get him off the team. And I felt like let's just cut bait. We got enough talent out here at the outsides that I don't need to deal with that. However, our new player, Benny Ashley Seal, I signed him valued at $37,000, which is by far our highest valuation player. The next one to that, I think, is Murray, our center attacking midfielder, who is about $12,000 or so. But I'm going to play him off on the left-hand side here at an inside forward attacking role. He's got good finishing of 12. That's some of the highest on our team. Long shots of 13. Composure of 9, which for here is pretty good. Technique of 7, not so good. Really good pace and acceleration, 13 and 14. Some of the other numbers, like off the ball, 11. First touch, 7. That's a little bit low, but I've got him working on these attributes and extra training. So I'm kind of hopeful that this guy might be able to bring a little bit extra punch to our offense. And that gets at kind of one of our problems, which is we're getting a lot of shots, but oftentimes we just don't score. And I think the problem, despite how good Matt Lambias has been, I think the problem that if we look at his finishing here, it's an 8. And so a lot of times we're setting him up and he's got a lot of shots, but he just can't quite seal the deal on a number of these, despite having great numbers elsewhere and kind of working extra hard on his finishing here, which you notice is going up with the green arrow. It seems like he needs to level this up to be the striker that could really help us to dominate the league. So I've been looking for some other solutions. At this left wing, I have been starting, of course, Josh Kelly, who has done well, but he's cooled down quite a bit over the past few weeks. In a 4-2-4 formation, he can play fine up as a striker role, but I do want to try Ashley Seal and try to get him into game shape. He's a little rusty here at 78% sharpness, but going to give him a chance to start out here. If he struggles a little bit, I'm going to bring Kelly in, but it's time to get him involved. I'm pretty excited about that. And that's our starting lineup. Brunt playing attacking midfielder in the middle, and Lambias up at our striker. Some other players are resting because we just had a game a few days ago. And so let's get into this here. We're playing against Woking, who sit right below us in the table at 7th. We're in 4th. Should be a good matchup. We tend to struggle against good W teams. Their recent form is strong, and they are favorites today. Let's go in. Our team selection is all set. We've just done all that. And yep, we get the warning for slightly out of match sharpness. But I've been trying to avoid that this year, but sometimes things just can't be perfect. Let's go to the dressing room, set opposing instructions, ask assistant. Looks like they're coming out in a 4-4-2, so let's mark these outside. It looks like they agree that we should do that. Oh, sorry, don't want to do that. Not marking. My bad. Pressing. Gotta fix that real quick. I want to press them intently. There we go. O'Neill and Filmington. That looks good. And let's go talk to the team. Players in very good spirits. Good. Let's try this one. I'm not sure if I've ever used. The recent form standings have Woking in 15th place while we're in 8th. Let's show them why. Listened keenly, but not much of a result. Let's go to our handy-dandy. As always, there's a lot more to come for you, and I completely believe you've got what it takes. It seems like that doesn't work as well with the older players. So, for example, some of these Bailey, Matt Robinson, and Benny Ashley Seal are some of our more experienced players, and they don't seem to jump onto that bus with everybody else. But it is good enough. It gets most players ready. We are ready to walk through walls, and let's get this match started. Woking in the white, the predominantly white with red stripe uniforms kits, and then we have the black and red. And let me. Oh, Asamuga is hurt already. Nurse him through the rest of the match. Oof. Yeah, their guy's hurt too. Looks there must have been some kind of a collision, huh? What's it say here? It says 96%. He seems fine. We're underway. I'm going to shift this left side to us and make this Woking. I'm just trying. I've gotten in the habit of putting that out there, and I want Woking's formation over here. Quiet start here. We're 8 minutes in. No real highlights. They have the only shot of the day. I am wondering, because we're getting a lot of shots, but they're not going in. I'm wondering also, too, if we should try to kind of play the ball into the box a little bit more. Wow, 18 minutes in. We have not got a shot at all. This has been a quiet match. It does look like it is raining. I forgot to check the weather. Ashley Seal. Oh, he hit the bar on his first shot ever. Ah, so close. That is a promising start, though. He made that look easy. He just took 2 steps and just whacked it off the post there. James Rowland, their player, is playing hurt. I can't imagine he's going to be able to see it through the game here. He's at 65% already. Wow, a very quiet match. We're 30 minutes in. We have less possession, too, interestingly enough. Makes me feel like... I wonder if we... They're just outplaying us here, aren't they? This is unusual. Usually we have better possession than the other team. Almost makes me feel like we could go to a cautious counterattacking method here. Uh-oh. This feels threatening. Oh, he's got a lot of space. He's got to shoot. Neil coming in. Looks like they're toying with us a little bit here. I feel like we're getting outclassed. Like they might be a little bit better than us here. If I remember right, too, they did beat us in the first match of the year, 2-1. Oh, not there. Ah, Barden, no reaction. What was that? He just watched it go over his head and hit the bar. Oh, wake up, Mr. Barden. We're playing a game here. Wow, only 5 shots for both teams combined so far in the first half of play here. Makes me think that we might want to make some tactical adjustments here in the second half. Doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of scoring. Usually we have we've been consistently getting between 15 and 20, 25 shots a match here. So this is somewhat unusual. Let's not doing badly at all. Not really doing very well. If everyone continues hard, we'll win this. Let's go with that. There's a lot more to come from you. I believe you've got what it takes. Let's just do that. Everybody's fired up. I do want to take a quick look at our tactics here because I'm wondering if we want to start to go. They've outpossessed us and slightly outshot us. I wonder... Let's, just for kicks and giggles, let's try to pull back our defense a little bit. Let's go a little more compact here. Let's just go really compact. Let's do tighter marking and more urgent. Stay on feet, get stuck in. Let's leave that. And then in transition, let's counter and distribute quickly. Now let's just counter. We'll counter press and counter. And we'll leave everything else the same, except let's go cautious here. And let's see if we can hit them on a counter attack. Let's try this just for 15 minutes. Starting the second half. Okay. Brunt on a yellow. I should actually warn him not to go in hard on tackles. But, wow, that was a ridiculously bad pass. Was that our Ashley Seal? Is he just passing to nobody? I wonder what his passing rating is. I wonder if is it good or bad? That was kind of a sad pass. A concerningly bad pass. Okay, something's going to happen. Playing it short. Giving McDonald. So we're backing off here a little bit. I feel like we should be pressing more. We need to get stuck in. Okay, wide shot. Looks a little bit dangerous, though. Okay, 50 minutes in. Oh, that's got to be a red card. He just pulled him down. Oh, yes! Second yellow card. That changes things. Nice! Did you see him just rip him down by the jersey? I don't believe I've ever seen that before. Okay, tactics. Let's go positive. Let's just go for it. Attacking. Let's go back to what we were doing before. We won't counter anymore. Let's push our lines up. Higher line of engagement. Higher defensive line. More urgent. That's fine. Counter press and possession wide. Attacking. Let's just keep it simple as we've done before, and let's go for this. up 11-10. We should be able to press our advantage here. And let's demand more while we're at it. Stanley Asamuga is nervous. He's not playing very well here. Okay. I think I might substitute. Oh, that looks promising. Oh, wow. That was a nice little chip there by... So if I get him, I've got him on attack too. We just aren't generating much offense here. Okay. 60 minutes. Maybe some subs here. Who is playing well and who is not? Ashley Seal playing well at 6.8. Lambias up top at 6.3. Oh, that's pretty bad. I'm going to leave him in for now. I could bring Kelly in, but I don't think he's really going to make a difference right now. How about Samuga on the right is 6.7. Everybody's doing okay. Nangesan 6.7. I'm going to bring Evans in, though, for Nangesan because I think he's a level better and in a little bit better shape. And he sometimes has played astoundingly well for us. Looks like Zach Brunt is going to run out of gas, too, in the middle there. Don't know if I have anyone to replace him. So Muga now is dropped way down. Let's get him out, too. Terry Robinson can come in for him and play on the wing. Maybe Campbell for attacking midfield. I don't want to use my last substitution yet. Wow, we're attacking. We don't have many shots. Very quiet game so far. Most of our games this season have had a lot of energy to them and a lot of excitement. So this is unusual. This reminds me of last year when we had a lot of games where we just watched this screen for a while. Let's get some shots here. Let's get this going. 15 minutes to go. We're going attacking and we cannot get a shot. Brunt is playing well, but he's really tired. Lambias has not played well at all. Do I substitute in Kelly for Lambias, or do I bring Campbell in at attacking midfielder? Let's switch. How's Matt Robinson doing? 6.7. Nothing really good. Let's just do central midfielder support for him. I'm gonna have faith in Lambias. And let's bring Campbell in at attacking midfielder. Can he play there pretty well? How does he look? Advanced playmaker support. Yeah, he's got good numbers for that. Advanced playmaker support. Okay, I'm pretty happy with everything we've got here. Let's do this. 15 minutes. All we need is one good chance. Can I shout? Can I demand more again? Let's do that. We are focused. We have got our best players in. Let's go. Get a shot. Do I go all out attacking? That seems like a little bit over the top. We've had one shot in the second half. Wow, they have just completely shut our offense down. Okay, last thing we can do here for the last couple minutes. We have no substitutions left. I could... Not really. I was wondering if I could bring Ashley Seal up into striker role. I could flip-flop him. Boy, 3 minutes to go. I wonder, let's hit early crosses. Try for that. I think we're okay. Don't know what else we can do. I hesitate to go high attacking here. Let's get something. We are. They haven't produced any opportunities here. Okay. Uh-oh. Spoke too soon, perhaps. Brown flips it up to them. They're moving forward now. Yes. Okay, we took it away. Lambias onto it. Oh, he should have done better. That gets at that idea that striking of 8. That was a perfect opportunity to win us the game. He just couldn't get it going. This is going to end in a 0-0 tie, isn't it? He's got to hit it in. Come on. Hit it in. Hit it into the box. Hit it into the box. Ah. Up 11-10 men. And we couldn't press the advantage here. God, disappointing. Disappointing result. We should sympathize with the team after that performance. Wow, we had some good ratings here from our defenders. Bailey and Balogun outside on the right there. On the left back, actually, had some good numbers. But I'm not sad. I'm not happy with our performance. Look stressed. Yeah, you played well. I'll give you a calm. I'm pleased with what you did today. Now he looked happy. Okay, everybody's happy. I think we have to stop accepting that. The fact that we're a good team now, and a 0-0 tie at home against the team below us in the table shouldn't be a satisfactory result. We have stayed where we were. Got a cluster of teams here if we look at the table. We are now 9 points off of Eastbourne-Borough, who just continues to win. If we look at the full table here, they have won 5 in a row and are just pulling away with it. Likewise, Bath has done really well to pull away from the herd here. And then we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams, 8 teams, all kind of clustered in this 36 to 39 point range, with a couple more just knocking around outside. So this could be anyone's result here. I mean, I guess getting a point from that is not all that bad, especially considering how we've struggled against them before. But I feel like we're struggling a little bit here. We've got a loss and 2 draws in our last 3 matches now. We're leaving a lot of points on the table that we could use, and especially here, Hemel Hempstead has a game in hand. They will probably jump up over us. We're starting to drift out of the playoff range here. Starting to get a little bit nervous, but considering we're overachieving well beyond what I expected, if we don't quite make the playoffs this year, that would be fine. But it would be nice, now that we're in it halfway through, to be able to at least get a whiff of the playoffs here and see if we could kind of work our way through, and at least making the playoffs, I think, would be a good goal for the second half of the season here. That brings us to the end, though. Looking ahead, it was rather a quiet match. Looking ahead, we have Dartford to finish the match up. Then we have a bunch of matches in January. I'll probably come back. I think this starts to see us. Dartford's up high with us. Then we play a number of teams that are lower in the table here. We're as Slow is 15th. Dulwich Hamlet is 14th. Maidenhead is 16th. This would be a good opportunity for us to pick up some points. Oxford City is 11th. Eastbourne-Borough, first place. I think I might come back for this one. That would be right at the end of January. We'd play a bunch of matches so we kind of see how the table comes up. And we will be back for the Eastbourne-Borough match to see how we do against the first place team playing against them at home. I think we beat them first time through. Yeah, we did. 2-0 on the road. We outplayed them. So that could be our last chance kind of to have any kind of a whiff of first place. Of course, that'll depend a lot on what happens in here. Thanks so much for coming by. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing and hit the like button. Comments and ideas are welcome as well. And enjoy Football Manager. Have a great day.